En juveltjuv, en solovårare och en hacker bekämpar brottsligheten i serien 3.
An extremely sensitive item was recently stolen from the United States government. Something that technically doesn't exist.
Like us? No. We technically exist. We're just technically expendable.
Not even technically.
If the item is exposed to the public, the repercussions could be catastrophic. The government has agreed to pay a ransom of $3 billion for its return.
$3 billion?
Kidding? Never mind.
What exactly is this item?
It's approximately half the size of an adult coffin. It can't be divided or split up without losing its import. More than that, I can't say.
Come on, you can trust us.
Yeah, it's not like any of us have criminal records or anything like that.
Yeah.
Your assignment is to discover where the thieves have hidden the item and to retrieve it.
And you don't have any, leads or clues?
Actually, we do.
Some actual help? Will wonders never cease?
We've run cross-check simulations on all persons with access, ability, know-how, and motive. And we've determined the thieves are these 3 men. An Air Force colonel, a highly regarded NASA research scientist, and an ex-CIA covert operative. Each of them the best in his field and the recipient of the Eagle Medallion for respected service. Each of them has a grudge against their current or former employer, the government.
Oh, imagine that.
So look, if you know who they are, why don't you just go ahead and arrest them?
Yeah, stick them up. Give us the item back.
As a safeguard, they hid the item in a secure, unknown location. We believe they have the ability to remotely trigger its release.
So we have to get this item back without the thieves knowing it, without us knowing what it is, where it is, or how to get it.
Well, that sounds easy enough. And then after that, we'll just cure world hunger, scale Mount Everest, and create a sustainable nuclear fusion reaction.
Girl, when did you learn about nuclear fusion?
I read. Hey, look, I am not just some single-minded, gun-crazy, opportunistic blonde. I said I am not just that.
The thieves have set a ticking clock of 2 days. There are 40 hours left. Good luck. A high-end art and jewel thief. A master of the short con and martial arts. A hacker Robin Hood who stole from the rich to give to the poor. The organization's job is to protect the status quo. You 3 are each the best at what you do. Now you will do it for us.
What could possibly be worth $3 billion?
How about the 4th bullet in the Kennedy assassination?
The Roswell bones.
The truth behind Iran-Contra.
Who really killed Marilyn Monroe?
I hate to burst your bubbles, but there isn't a conspiracy theory behind everything.
What are you talking about, man? How about the organization?
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, we have proof that it's real, unlike all this other stuff.
Well, excuse us.
Look, if you ask me, we have to concentrate on the 3 thieves.
All right. They're in all different parts of the country.
On the theory that it's harder to attack a target if it's spread out.
And I figured they had to communicate, so I took a virus with an artificial intelligence engine. I traced all the major satellite carriers.
And, Marcus, and?
I found 11 seconds of a conference call they had yesterday. The major cell phone companies buffer and store the last 12 hours of calls, which they have encoded until newer calls replace them. It's the standard packet switching system.
Marcus, you have a way of saying that like it's just something everybody should know, like it's just so obvious.
I'm gonna play the call.
They're using a rare and ancient language, otherwise known as static.
It's really good work, Marcus.
It's an encrypted call. I'll try again.
How's the water?
Ocean calm on my end.
Smooth sailing here. I'm going underground. We don't talk until the deadline passes. No one lets theirs out of their sight.
I'm keeping mine with me at all times.
Roger that. Same here. Out.
Okay, well, what are they keeping with them at all times?
Well, it's not what they stole, because we know the item can't be broken into pieces. Okay, we know they hid it.
Right, and they would have put it somewhere where no one could touch it, like a bank vault or a federal mint. They would have locked it up safe and secure.
Now, if they had locked it up, then they would need keys to get it out.
Which you keep on you at all times. Key sounds like a damn good bet to me.
Sounds like our only bet right now. And there's only one way to find out, so... Marcus, who's closest?
Colonel Robert Paxton.
Yeah, legendary army man. Tough, brave, lethal. Oh, he's currently under review for his position on women in the military.
Uh-huh. Which is not that all people are created equal to shoot things.
No, that's your position.
His psychological profile says Paxton's defining trait is he's extraordinarily competitive. He's at a ski retreat. He's got a bunch of his officers together to lay low with him. So we need to get him while he's surrounded by his toughest, most dedicated men.
Yeah, who probably have more concealed firepower than an NRA convention.
10 to 1, the colonel told his men not to let him out of their sight.
I used to run gates here between jobs.
Heists. Jobs are what honest people have.
Wait, you used to ski race?
Yeah. It was a good way to pick up
Yeah, I know. Women named Bambi.
extra money. The toughest way down the mountain's called the ice chute. It has a truly impossible long jump in the middle of the course. It's called Dead Man's Shortcut.
Did you ever jump it?
No, and I don't know anyone who ever has. But that's what my plan involves.
Plan?
Yeah.
Want to know the only thing I like better than wiping out the slopes with you boys?
Yeah.
Doing it back here. Anyone want to bet of that? Double to nothing, boys and girls.
Nice shot, old man.
Old man.
Said with the deepest respect and affection, sir.
You know, I think I ran into deepest respect and affection once. So I backed the tank up. And I ran into it a couple of more times for good measure.
Excuse me. Did any one of you gentlemen drop this? Huh?
Oh.
Wow. Guess they don't make them like they used to.
Come on, honey.
Throw it again.
I'm sorry?
You heard me. Do it again, and I'll give you $1,000.
I don't gamble.
Or take candy from a baby.
You don't think I'm good enough to play with?
Oh, no. Look, I'm sure you're very good.
Especially since the reflexes tend to go around 40.
Danielle?
I'll ignore that.
I don't blame you.
I'm sorry, my wife's being a little funny. She's had a bit too much to drink.
Honey, I think we should go now. You had a hard enough day of skiing out on that ice chute.
Excuse me. What did you just say?
Sorry, spent most of the day out on the run.
Did you ski the ice chute?
Yeah, the ice chute. In fact, they said I broke the course record.
No. They said you shattered it.
That was my record.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not really.
Hey, but look, you still got the seniors record.
What was the time?
2:21.
2:21. Come on.
$221.
I want the slopes cleared from top to bottom.
They're holding a lift, sir.
There won't be anybody out there but you, sir.
Who's timing me? Katz, sir. Waiting for you to finish.
I'm ready when the colonel is. And everybody looks sharp. Keep an eye on the old man.
Go get him, sir.
221. 221.
Man of War's out of the gate. Should be coming your way in about 40 seconds.
This little thing should knock him right out.
And make him very open to the power of suggestion. T-91's powerful stuff. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You want to take a guess where he's hidden the key?
Just as long as we don't have to do any cavity searches. All right, Colonel Paxton. You're skiing down the mountain, everything's fine. You're looking good.
Are you using the power of suggestion or flattery?
Would you please?
We should be able to see him by now.
Could be a whiteout up there.
Go after him, make sure he's all right.
Let's do it. Go!
Nothing. He said he keeps it on him at all times. Where is it? All right, Colonel. You're flying down the mountain. Nobody can stop you. You need to get out of here.
Yep. Time to play substitute. See you down at the bottom.
He's way behind where he should be. Get closer.
Anything, Marcus?
Eagle Medallion for respected service.
Yeah, well, all three had them.
Looks like they put it to another use. There's a seam. They sealed something inside.
Can you open it?
Got something. Well, Colonel Paxton, prepare yourself for the big jump. Dead man's shortcut. It's a thing of beauty.
Taking the side trail towards Dead Man's Shortcut.
Dude, he's out of his mind.
I must be out of my mind.
Up to him up top.
Piece of cake.
What'd you get?
We'll find out later.
Amazing, Colonel. You came from behind and broke the record by 3 seconds.
Why did you take the risk, sir?
Because, it was a thing of beauty.
So what is it?
Magneto-optical flash ROM, computer storage medium. Brand new technology.
What do you put on it?
Data, programs, graphics, anything you can put on a CD-ROM.
Yeah, but how do we read what's stored on it?
We put it in a Magneto-optical flash ROM drive.
I would really like to know how much the organization is spending on all your little toys.
Hey. These aren't toys. And not half as much as they spend on your guns. This is brilliant. Okay, now, you two try to follow me. The thieves need access to wherever they hid the item.
Key. We got that.
This is one part of the program, 1/3 of the decryption algorithm. You don't understand anything I'm saying. Do you understand it?
No.
Will you please think of it as a computer version of a key?
Yes, the key, but where did they hide it? How did we get this thing?
That's what's brilliant, Mandy. There's no way to know that without having all 3 parts of the program.
All right, okay. All right, techno gobbledygook aside, let's just look at this. You need 2 more pieces of this program,
And we'll have the key that tells us where they hid the item and how to access it.
Yes.
Could you take that off?
Thank you. All right. So, who's next?
Dr. Miguelito Velar.
Serious? Oh, man, I'd hate to be that kid in grade school. Miguelito.
PhD expert in bio and germ warfare. Used to work for NASA till they had their final run of budget cuts.
There's a lot of people who associate NASA with Area 51. What if the item was something like a UFO?
What if it was an actual alien?
Yeah.
Or proof the world's flat. I mean, you ask me, it doesn't really matter what it is.
John, how can you not be absolutely burning to know what this is?
Because most of the time, knowing doesn't make the slightest bit of difference. It doesn't change what you can or can't do.
Since when did he start getting so rational?
I have no idea, but I don't like it.
I'd just rather get on with living my life rather than wasting my time with tabloids and gossip.
You're weird.
Back to Bella. How do we get his part of the program?
Well, we could dart him with the same stuff we used on Paxton, right?
Dart Veller? You know, some people can be hypnotized, some can't. Veller was trained in the scientific method, and he's highly introverted.
Ah, meaning that he spends so much time in his own head that it's probably hard to screw with him.
You thief.
If Bella so much as sniffs a rat from 100 miles away, he lets the item out.
Ah, but then we would know what the item is.
And democracy, as we know it, collapses.
Oh, there is that. Okay, back to Veller. He's a raging egomaniac. He believes himself to be one of the most intelligent people on the planet. Spends weeks at a time locked up in his lab with absolutely no contact with anyone.
Okay, how do you suppose we're supposed to get close to him?
Not a problem.
What?
Oh, he's a guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Guys are what I do.
All right, you ready?
Well, I could use some soft music, maybe a little candlelight.
I'm sorry, girl. The only thing I'm gonna be able to offer you are suggestive algorithms.
Thanks, I guess every little bit helps. This thing working?
Tapping remotely into Veller's hard drive. He's working with mutant cholera virus. He's programming a vector otherwise known as CHO to signal the DNA to create antibodies.
Can you go a little faster? He's coming this way.
Who in the world are you?
Oh, hi. Sam Corday, remember?
No, I don't. How did you get in here?
Actually, the door was open. Dr. McDonald emailed you about me. I'm his research assistant. I was sent here to observe
Electroporation.
electroporation.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. I emailed Dr. McDonald back that I was too busy to help you.
Oh, yeah, but...
Yeah, but what?
Well, this is the only place where I could, witness an actual,
Frog cell.
frog cell.
Vector insertion.
Vector insertion.
Well, that's probably because I'm the only one in the country who does that procedure.
As I am well aware, I have absolutely idolized your work for so long.
Huh. You've read my work?
Oh, yes. Gosh, yes.
So, what paper had the biggest influence on you?
Oh, paper.
All right, hold on a second. Bringing up the titles of his papers. Just hang on.
There have been so many papers. Wow, I mean, it's just...
Don't want to play with that.
Let me ask you, which paper you think made the greatest impact on the scientific community?
That's no question. Efficiency variables of molecular messengers in plague demographics.
Brilliant.
Quite advanced reading for someone on your level.
Well, I would have to... Well...
I got it. Tell him his trick was...
Well, I think you made me realize that the trick was to diminish the probabilistic feedback that has been inhibiting the support vector from creating a high enough output in the required domain.
That was well said.
Well, I'm just quoting you.
That explains it.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
Oh.
All right. So I assume Sam is short for Samantha.
Actually, no. Sam is my real name. My parents had sort of a twisted sense of humor and took a lot of ribbing for that as a kid.
Yeah, I know how that feels. Yeah. I'd be happy to show you the procedure.
Really?
Yeah, gloves are in the drawer, and frog embryos are in that refrigerator. If you'd be so kind to... Let's get away from the counter here. It's probably a bad place to hang out. And,
Can do.
Okay. Whoa. What? One tube contains enough virus to kill an entire town.
Wow, that's terrifying.
Not if the proper procedures are taken.
Ah, I see. You know, I just have to ask you one thing. What does it feel like to hold that much power in your hands?
Well, want to find out?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Be careful.
Right. Embryo.
Virus.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
There you go. Ah!
Oh my God!
The hazmat alarm. Got it right.
Oh my God. Oh, great.
Okay, what happens now?
Well, if this doesn't work, we'll instantly come down with the choice selection of the 7 worst and most painful viral symptoms known to man. And, well, we'll die.
Good to know.
The building's been evacuated. Step outside, please.
You should do a contamination scan there and, yeah, spray us down.
I'm aware of the procedure, Doc.
Okay.
Over there, put your wallet, your glasses, everything on the tray.
Oh, right.
Get away from me.
Give me the real vial. I'll put it in the hazmat box. You did switch them, right?
Of course I did, otherwise you'd be dead.
Okay, is that everything?
Here.
I need absolutely everything, Doc.
Everything.
Okay, turn around, put your hands up.
On my ankles, too. It's splashed up on my
You're in
ankles.
good hands with me, Doc.
Okay. Thanks. Anything on your scanner? Is your sensor getting a reading?
I'm just checking the microfilters now. No virus. You're in luck, Doc.
Not so lucky to have never met her. Goodbye.
Oh, but Doctor, I thought that you and I were gonna...
Out! I would consider it a personal favor if you didn't fill out an incident report. Very soon I'll be in a position where I could reward you for that favor.
Well, seeing as how it all turned out. Just this once, Doc.
Bye. What?
2 down. 1 more, we have the complete G program. Then we get to the item.
And then we find out what the item actually is.
Even better. Harry Bork, ex-CIA, Black Ops Unit 3.
Wait a minute, aren't those the guys that are responsible for every cover-up, dirty trick, and scandal since Watergate? Whew.
We're talking the potential CIA crack connection. Mind control experiments, Jimmy Hoffa.
The CIA was involved in that?
Huh? See? You want to know?
Busted.
I don't care. I just want to know why the government fired Bork.
Well, it says right here he's a clinically diagnosed paranoid. Suspects everyone and everything.
Oh, sounds like the perfect CIA operative to me.
Yeah, right. He's in Northern California, holed up in a cabin in the middle of nowhere, with who knows how much security around.
Which is why you're lucky you have me.
One of the many reasons.
Bork. Oh, yeah, Harry and I go way back. I procured for him an excellent variety of merchandising, making him another cherished, more important, satisfied customer.
Yes, well, that's all very impressive, Monthy, but the fact remains that the only customer you procure for now is the organization.
So how about some information?
Well, Johnny, you gotta understand something. Harry Bork's brain does not work on the normal channels of human rationality.
How would you know?
Here you go. Records. Of all the stuff Harry bought for me, you got your high-tech security stuff, your miscellaneous booby traps.
Great.
Yeah, well, that's just from the last couple of years, because the organization won't return my files from before that. Oh, not that I mind. Not that I mind, because I love the organization. Love it. Yeah, I would take it over prison any day of the week. Love that organization. I love you guys.
Monthy, deep breath. Focus.
Harry Bork.
Harry Bork's cabin. Come on, man, we gotta get in there. And what stuff did you give him that's gonna cause us trouble?
All the stuff? Because he's got more surveillance in there than the Kremlin when they had a budget. You know, outside he's got the perimeter detectors, you know, some bouncing betties.
Wait, this guy's got landmines outside of his house?
Look, to make a long story short.
Imagine that.
Harry Bork's got every spy gadget, security device, and offensive lethal weapon known to man, all to defend him and his little cabin. If I was to put odds of you guys getting to him before getting killed, I would have to, let's just say you owed me money, I'd have to call him alone. Quick, fast.
Have you got any counter-Borkian equipment you can give us?
I get something. Yeah. Antitoxin.
Bork has a toxin?
Hey, I just heard, a little rumor that he got his hands on a little nerve gas. Could be just a rumor, though.
Mine 3 feet to the left. Watch it. And 6 meters to the right.
Okay.
That's the last of the landmines.
What's he saying?
Think you can gaslight me? Listen, I know who you are, I know where you live, and I'm onto every trick you've got in your book because I wrote the damn thing.
He's on the phone.
4 in the morning.
You try pulling anything on me again, and you will orally ingest the business end of my 357 Magnum. Or maybe a gut shot.
Listen to him.
Bloodstream, so it's a toss-up as to whether you die of a blood loss or a severe toxic reaction.
Any idea who he's talking to?
I know what you people are up to. You got every house in America wired for surveillance, and you get them to pay for it. You think I don't know what 411 means? 911? Star 69?
He's talking to a phone company.
15. Harvey Oswald, John Wilkes Booth. How many letters in the names? 15. That's right. Goodbye.
Anyone need any more proof that this guy's one sandwich short of a picnic?
Missing a few dots on his dice?
Not knitting with both needles?
Yeah, completely nuts.
All right, hold on.
That's not a problem. I'm not going near that maniac.
We have to. There's only a couple of hours before this deadline's up.
Bork is not insane.
What? And you're basing this on some sudden and unexplainable insight that hopefully you're going to share with us too?
Take a look at this. He ain't even in there. Speakers and a slide projector, used to cast shadows on the window.
So basically the whole cabin's just a scarecrow?
Anyone gets close enough to hear Bork going crazy, ready to shoot anything.
But in fact, Bork's crazy like a fox.
Looks like these barrels are explosives.
So anybody opens the cabin door and...
Boom.
Okay, so if Bork isn't in there, where is he?
You remember what Bork said in that conference call we intercepted the other day?
I'm going underground. A hatch.
Wait a minute. Hold on. He's diagnosed as a clinical paranoid.
So?
Well, so wait a minute. Now, he's smart enough not to let anybody like you defeat an alarm keypad.
What, someone like me meaning a crook?
No, someone like you meaning a talented crook.
Just checking it was a compliment.
Here, let me. See? Booby-trapped. If you'd have messed with that keypad, it would have blown your face off.
Yours too.
Come on, man.
Loaded with that knockout power of suggestion stuff?
T91. He's out.
How are we doing, Marcus?
Aside from those?
TSN auto sentries. Those things can fire 11 rounds per second.
You got a couple of those on the plane?
No, actually, they're a little too dangerous for me.
What? She says they're too dangerous?
They work off thermoscan detectors. Basically, as soon as our body heat raises the temperature of the room, those guns are activated.
And by activate, you mean shred us into little pieces?
Yeah, little tiny pieces.
Can we fool the sensors?
Well, we could die and therefore cease to emit any body heat.
You are full of good news tonight.
Or we could have thought ahead. Brought a couple of these bad boys along.
Ice? Is it really that easy?
No, but to bring the mean room temperature down, we have to melt the ice at a controlled rate, which means we need to run an electric charge through it.
Huh.
I have got to remember this.
Okay, move out, slowly. Look at all this stuff.
Remember I said Bork was crazy like a fox?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, forget the fox part.
Are we sure this guy is out?
Of course he's out. T91 could stop Roseanne mid-snack.
Well, power of suggestion or something, Marcus. Just in case.
You're sleeping. You happy?
Oh, speaking of just in case. Oh, not good.
Freeze or die!
Deal.
Put him down. Back up! Back up! Who the hell are you?
I just want to know, how are you still awake with that T91 in you?
I'm inoculated against the 30 most common somnambulants and hypnotics, and I'm asking the questions. Now, how'd you get through 3 levels of the most sophisticated system west of the White House?
Don't you think it was just a little bit paranoid to put in that level 4?
Guess not! Who sent you?
Listen, if we tell you, will you not shoot us?
No.
Well, then forget it. Hey. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Just trying to decide which one of you I least like the looks of. It's not easy. Last wishes? We just want to know what you stole. The people who sent you didn't even tell you? That's right. Only the answer to the greatest riddle of the century. Area 51? Come on, don't be ridiculous. That's a hoax, fabricated for the media to distract and cover for the existence of the real program run out of Area 53.
Okay. The real assassin who shot Kennedy.
Which Kennedy? Well, keep going, you'll never guess.
Nice job, Marcus.
31st most common somnambulant. All right, what are we gonna do with him?
Personally, I vote for something really awful and painful.
Oh, big surprise.
Remember, now we're the good guys.
Okay, so would you say we lock him up here, reset his little booby traps, and let him starve to death? Just looking for that happy compromise.
All right, now listen up. This is the third piece. What we have to do is keep this guy out of action until we get the item. Time cuffs. They won't come off for 2 days.
Marcus, what would we do without you?
I don't know, but I'd probably be facing death a lot less often.
Let's put it all together.
Okay, so we run this key program through the computer, and it tells us where the item is hidden and how to get to it, right?
Exactly, no. We check for viruses, backdoors, self-destructing subroutines, then we run it.
All right, whatever.
Let's just do it, Marcus.
Yeah, the suspense is killing me. Which, by the way, is a major improvement over Borg.
Okay, all right, here we go. Aeronautic instruction set.
Really?
Really?
What does that mean?
The chips are a computer guidance program. They hid it someplace far away.
What, China? Australia?
Farther.
Halfway around the world is pretty far in my book.
Actually, it isn't. NASA Landsat Series 3.
They hid it in a satellite.
Looks like they launched one about 6 months ago.
That would be during the time that Veller was at NASA.
That sounds about right.
We have to break into a satellite.
Satellite made perfect sense. Vela, Paxton, and Borg had to hide this item where no one else could find it.
And no one can force the satellite to re-enter the atmosphere without the guidance program.
Yes, but what can you actually hide on a satellite?
Anything within the weight and size restrictions.
So, basically, we're still clueless?
Well, not for long. Time to have a little chat with the satellite. We're in.
So, what can you make the satellite do?
Anything we want. But I was kind of figuring on forcing it down so we can recover the item.
But how precisely can you control where it lands?
The latest NASA systems are so accurate I could bring it down into space A-15 in the parking lot at JFK.
Oh, so we can pick a nice empty cornfield somewhere.
Or a nice small town with somebody we don't like.
And force it down there. We're near Iowa. Should be some good target areas around there.
The expression on Marcus's face.
My guess is somewhere between gloating and bragging.
All right, Jonathan. It's time for truth.
Or consequences.
What are you two talking about?
Well, Jonathan, now is the time to find out really how little you care about this.
The greatest riddle of the century.
It doesn't matter what I think. We're here, we found it. Now we're going to take a look at what it is.
Oh, not necessarily.
Yeah, you know, because you see, we're not sure if that thing is dangerous.
They could be booby trapped. They could have all kind of toxic stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I mean, rationally, the only practical thing we could do, call the man in, have him deal with it.
Just walk away?
God, then we wouldn't know it was in there. That's, tough choices.
Don't you want to see what it is? Don't you have any natural curiosity about the item?
You two wouldn't do that. You wouldn't just walk away without wanting to know what it is.
Oh, we would, to prove a point. We would walk.
Oh, yeah, but buy an item.
Come on, man. It's your call.
All right. I want to know what it is. Are you happy now?
Let's do it.
Well done.
We're not exactly finished.
Yes, you are.
We want to know what's in there.
No. We have to know what's in there.
What's in where?
You know what we're talking about. What did they hide in the satellite?
There is no satellite. What you and the surrounding community saw was lightning, or a weather balloon, or perhaps an experimental military aircraft.
It's Roswell all over again.
Did I say that, Marcus?
There it is.
Oh, come on, you gotta tell us what it is. Come on, we have come so far. You have to.
Come on, why can't you tell us?
And it's not like anybody's gonna believe us that we could tell anyway. Status quo will be fine.
If you want us to beg, we'll beg. It'll just be a big secret between the four of us.
I'm keeping it from you because some things are better left unknown. Because knowing what the men stole will do you no good, will only cause harm and disquiet. Because knowledge is not the same as wisdom and can be an even worse burden than power. A lesson it would do many in the world well to learn.
Do you know what it is?
Yes. And I wish I did not.
Hey. Come on. We'll find out what it is. One day.